I feel like it's becoming a NaNoWriMo tradition to talk a little bit about anxiety. Good morning, everybody. Day 2, or the first official full day of Romance Author Mastermind, and I struggled with anxiety this morning pretty hard. When it happens to me, it often happens in the morning when I wake up, and it's just like a nervousness in my stomach. I might have felt better if I had just gone on downstairs, but I also just decided order room service, watch the presentations from my room, and I'm so grateful that they give us that opportunity. It's time now for lunch, so I'm gonna head down for that and the lunch keynote speaker, and I'm feeling better. But this is just a quick reminder that you can be healthy, you can be joyful and grateful and successful and still have days where you wake up with anxiety. You can still have days where your past trauma and your PTSD and your fears start to overwhelm you a little bit. It doesn't mean that you're sick. It doesn't mean that you are a bad person or that you necessarily even are failing or anything like that. It just means that we all have bad days and we don't talk about it enough. So then we think nobody else goes through this, but a lot of us go through it. We're still successful. We pick ourselves up, we put our makeup on and our cute little jacket, and we keep moving forward. So that's what I'm doing today. Still nervous in my stomach, still heart racing a little bit, but I'm gonna move forward. And I will be back this afternoon to write, I think, before dinner. So I will catch up with you guys then. Okay, so I know some of you know Ines Johnson. She's incredible. Her books are amazing. I will link them down below for you. She's one of my favorite people to see at conferences and always, but I have to show you because I've got to show you all the planner stuff. This is her conference notebook, and of course I sit down and she's immediately showing me, you have to see my washi stickers. So let me show you.
Go. These are my fall washi. I think they're from the washi tape.
Washi tape shop?
Washi tape shop.
Nice.
Yeah,
so these are fall washis, but look, they come off as stickers, like individual stickers.
And then the T ones, I find they're a little tricky, but that's so pretty.
Look at how cute. And of course, she has a conference notebook that has the name of the presenters. This is really cool. I love it. I love it. This is perfection. Thank you, Ines. Okay, I have to show you guys too. We got some Procrasta Planner stickers, and this is her action steps, little to-do list. Adrian, we love you. Hey everybody. So it is a little bit after 11:30 and I have just gotten back to my room after a very long day. But I wanted to talk, I feel like it's becoming a NaNoWriMo tradition to talk a little bit about anxiety, because you guys well know that I have had a relationship slash struggle with my anxiety, especially over the last year and a half or so. And it is much better than it was this time last year. But then there are certain things that bring out my anxiety. Sometimes it's unexpected. Sometimes there's no reason for it. It's just I wake up in the morning and I have knots in my stomach and I feel literally ill from it. Like it's a physical body reaction and I can't tell you why. This morning, I think I know why I was feeling it. One is because I stayed up too late last night. I was up till 1 editing my vlog, getting the writing done. Then I couldn't quite sleep and my mind was racing and I stayed up way too late. And that was not good for me because I need my sleep. The other one is because I think I was not fully prepared, and I don't want this to come off as bragging because I'm just trying to be honest. I don't think I was fully prepared for how recognized I would be at this conference. Like, I've been to so many conferences in the past, and there's usually most people have no idea who I am, because most of those conferences were before the pandemic, which means mostly before my YouTube channel had, but a couple thousand subscribers. And I think I just wasn't ready for how many people would know me or how many people here have taken my classes or have seen my YouTube channel or have heard other people talk about me. So it was just a little bit overwhelming yesterday, like in a good way, because it means so much to me to know I'm making an impact in the world and that that has meant something to people. Like I feel like that makes my whole life worthwhile. And I'm passionate about helping people, but I think there's also, with the combination of all the learning that you do at something like this and how you see all the other people like, oh, they've been number one at this or they're the best, and you're learning all these things and you're seeing all these other people that have just gone huge in their career. There's a part of me, I think, this morning that was feeling like, am I truly living up to my potential? Am I doing everything that I need to do? Am I really showing up 100%, the very best person that I can be? And that's so much pressure to put on yourself. And I think that that's where the anxiety was coming from, of like, I got to achieve faster. I got to do more. I have to like earn this respect that I have from all the people that are here that I wasn't expecting. It's like, was putting a lot of pressure on myself to feel like kind of imposter syndrome, I think, but to feel like I want to earn this and that I want to do my very best and be my very best version of myself, and feeling that anxiety of wanting to up level and like do even more, and that is part of the achiever, like high achiever, high goal oriented type person of myself. And it's also just part of my fear. And I think that a lot of people feel similar types of fear of like, if I don't do this now, or I don't like be my very best self now, then I'm never going to get there, or I have to do everything as fast as possible. And that desire for speed and to be transformed overnight, I think causes a lot of anxiety for many of us. So if you relate to that, let me know in the comments. But I also think it's important to talk about the anxiety side of it, just because it does affect my writing and it's not debilitating for me. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me or that I need help or that I need to be pitied or judged, because there are a lot of people who judge for anxiety, and that judgment a lot of times is things like, oh, well, she must be in trouble, or she must be unhappy, or she must not be grateful, or whatever. But the truth is, you can be super successful and very happy and very grateful and still have these moments of fear or feeling like you're not enough. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, just because, the way that I have been dealing with it for myself, that I think I'm getting better at, and just kind of understanding, is trying not to judge myself, because while there may be judgment coming from other people, I don't want to judge myself. Like, I understand that I'm not a bad person, or that I'm not broken, or that I'm not like, weak, that I'm not a weak person. I'm a very strong person, but I just have moments where my body has a reaction and a physical state that I can't fully control. And so what I've learned to do when I wake up, most of the time it's happening in the mornings, when I wake up with this panic or this anxiety and this fear, is I will put my hand over my heart and I will say, I am safe. I am safe. I am loved. Everything is okay. I am okay, and I'll just say that until I start to feel better. I also will just take it easy, don't have to hustle. I don't have to lean into the fear thoughts. Like I used to, I think, allow myself to kind of ruminate on the fears. Like, okay, I'm going to sit and think about all of them. And I'm going to think about where I'm really not living up and I really should be going faster. And now I hear those thoughts start to cause the anxiety. And I think, no, I'm not going to think about those things right now. Instead, I'm going to think about how I am safe and I'm grateful and everything's going to be okay. And I talk to myself like I would talk to someone that I genuinely love. And I will then nurture myself. So that's why I got a nice breakfast. I took my time getting ready. I listened to the Zoom stuff, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything, but I didn't have to be like dressed and ready to go and like pushing myself past a limit that I was, prepared to go past. So nurturing myself, pampering myself, speaking to myself as if I were a loved one that I was taking care of, like the way that I would talk to my son if he was having a hard morning, and trying to, love myself in that way has made such a big difference. And so once I got myself into a place where I felt better and I got dressed up and I got ready to go, I had an amazing, incredible day. Like, I love these types of writing conferences because you get to meet people. You end up in situations where you're like sitting next to someone at lunch you weren't expecting to meet, or getting a chance to share your story with somebody, or to hear their story and be impacted by that in some way. And like I had the amazing privilege of getting to talk to Dylan Allen today, who is just incredible and is one of our HB90 alumni, and getting a chance to talk to Russell Nolte, I think is how you say his last name, and Monica Lionel, who, like, Monica has a son who's only a month younger than Evie, and Russell and Monica know so much about Kickstarter, and I really want to do some Kickstarter. So like, we just had the best time, and I had so much fun talking to them, getting to talk to Book Pub and tell them, like, Carlin and Danielle, like how much of a difference they make in the author community, and getting to talk to them about some strategies and stuff like that. Talking to someone from the Amazon team and hearing some of their feedback and asking him questions. Like, those kind of opportunities don't happen outside of these types of events sometimes. And I'm so grateful for that. And so I just want to throw it out there that, like, sometimes we all are going to face potentially anxiety or depression, or just moments of self-doubt, moments of feeling left out or like we don't belong, or moments of imposter syndrome, or feeling like, gosh, I want to be my very best version of myself and maybe I'm not getting there fast enough. That, in the end, if we can learn to love and accept ourselves as we are, that's going to help, because you really are, and I really am. We're valuable human beings, and we're stronger than we think we are, and we're worthy. But it's just sometimes the outside worlds and the trauma that we've been through can lie to us and make us believe things that aren't true. So if we can learn to love ourselves and be gentle with ourselves, then sometimes we can still get out there and have amazing experiences and have these great opportunities and come home and feel nothing but gratitude for them. And I'm hoping that I'll wake up tomorrow feeling even better. But that's kind of what's been on my mind a little bit today. And also reminding myself that success doesn't have to happen overnight. It doesn't have to happen fast. I don't have to be the number one person in order to be worthy. I just have to show up as myself, and that's good enough. And reminding myself of that allowed me to go out and continue to have an amazing day. Like, I don't have to live up to anyone's expectations. I just have to be myself, and that is always going to be good enough. And that is true for you too. You're great just as you are. So that's my little anxiety spiel for 2022. And
it's getting late, but I do want to get a little bit of writing in, but I'm not going to edit this vlog until tomorrow because I don't want to push myself too hard. Sadly, my sweet little Evie at home is sick with the stomach bug that Andrew and I had last week. So I was sad to hear that because I know that this is the longest I've been away from her, I think, like 3 full nights. And it just makes me sad that I'm not there. But I'm going to try to Zoom with her tomorrow. And I know she was already feeling better tonight. So sending my love to my sweet little girl. And I'm going to get a little bit of writing in. It's raining here. It's nice. I had an amazing day of opportunities and connections, and top it off with like even 100 words or something would be great. And then I'll edit this vlog and get it up for you guys tomorrow. So thank you for all the comments. Keep them coming. Let me know how your writing is going, and let's get some writing done. Okay, we're starting in at 55:22. I do have my index cards here. So I'm writing a little bit out of order because I want to write something that I feel like will be easy to write after a long day of a lot of brain stuff. So I'm just kind of going through, even though some of this other stuff ahead of it is not written yet. Just going to see if I can pick out something else that I want to write. Okay. So here's a flashback scene with Finn and Vanessa. This would be a good scene, I think, to write. So I'm going to finish out, or I was thinking I hadn't finished out the scene I was writing yesterday, which was another flashback between Finn and Lorelai. But I'm going to write Finn and Vanessa's scene, even though this is totally out of order. And I think it'll be easier on my brain. So this is just a little tip if you're struggling with the next scene in your series, or you've had a really rough day and it's like a tough scene. Try writing out of order if it works for you. Could work for you. It works for me. So let's do some writing. Okay, so that is 741 words for the day. And technically we're moving into day 5 because it's after midnight, but we're going to count this as day 4. My par should be 66.67 if I'm aiming for the 50K, and I'm at 62.63. So I have now predictably fallen behind about 400 words. So I knew this was going to happen. Tomorrow will probably be a little bit worse, falling behind. And then Sunday again will be a little bit further behind. So I was aware of it. I planned for it. And I'm hoping that when I get home, as long as the kids are feeling okay, I will have a few really good days. I'm going to be aiming for more like 3,000 words on those days when I get home. But for now, I actually sat down and got some writing in, which 700 words is way more than I was expecting to get. So I'm happy with that, but I'm tired. So I'm going to take my makeup off. I'm going to climb into bed, and I'm going to get some sleep. So this is a final little message here to you, that whether you've gotten 100 words so far this nano, or you're already past 10,000, you're doing great. As long as you're continuing to work on your story, whether it's slow or fast, don't let speed cause anxiety. Just have fun with your writing, do the best you can, and keep showing up, keep taking care of yourself, and everything's going to be okay. So, all right, that was a fun little scene, and more writing tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.